Today we're talking about say the kickboxing rubber review. If you want to save time, you don't know it by it. Do not misread this guide. For the you rubber hearing about the brand. But only you if real needs details there are. Poor quality and protections. I apologize in advance for I know one offended by my dramatic intro photo. Let you do mics, the skin and the pencils. I already feel bad. They sent me through pairs of rubber. I warned them I will hammer. The parameter, the brain fit it shook and avoided the daredevil on the sickness. See that kick is about to the world rubber you can be training in I mean that and good why on a scale of 1 words to 5 bets. The ones that got wearing they hit end model and the DC wearing are already trunks for me. I can only imagine the other units being completely unusable. Number one, everything chips. Chip water material, so many leather, so many plastic, fancy plastic smell. Chapping leaking, chappy pinning. Chip velcro start to do they do feel secure. Two, the chip striping are on part vinyl and a part elastic, but but out which I do not expect to last long. The why the velcro is constructed of the inside of the strap is super cheap. Please compare it with the ones seen on top boxer and you see difference. 3. Super fit padding. Why too hard for sparring? I suppose some people might generally cut this in. Great support for back work. 4. And side leaning is floppy, not all hell in place. I suppet feet, I did come Lucy sum and your finger will be quarter foaming into night time. 5. Sticky chains on the inside leaning is already coming loosen, even down even work descent less down 10 times. Os parity hybrids you see but with Glover on them. 16 years died. 6. The inner first padding seems lost. I see the gloves. Not a stitch your glue and the brace. It is only loosely held in the place by the floppy inside the lining. So once your inside the lining get loosey and the whatever slim gluey around out. I suppose you feel layer of padding sheetings around. 7. Kid of funny that small strippy out the 45 leather. Filling out the clover Venice was digging my handy around and say at 8. I feel in the scene is more for Emilia and kickboxing. You can tell me the the dinger fit usually for fighters, not weapon watts and as long the dual strap velcro, which are usually too annoying for boxer white handsome swaps. Hazlo de padding around the palm area and the boot edge of the hands. 9. The aesthetic styling is very touchy. Look like something from a sports store. Wearing straight graffiti, graphic from a Grand Theft Auto video game. Number 10. I only took photo for posterity. This global array donates deserve any attention at all. I do not recommend this globe at all, not even for beginner. You want to be totally chips and the punch at 25% power beat. The second, sure they are better than nothing, but otherwise you should use better gloves. It's not a matter of price but and the safety. With you use it for everything, not only boxing. Okay, let's talk about another topic, the art of sleeping and side punches. I come about some boxing history and technical details of sleeping to the inside of punch. Maybe you never doubt about in that why but inside sleeping is definitely making to come back in the sport of boxing. Is on trading movie I see on Instagram highly highly hit like every other week. I would assume of of them are Lomachenko and other Cuban Soviet-style boxer, but their club ran the amateur doing it to I look it likes as Hillary very fun to do. But what makes sleeping and saying special? And the white is so rare, not to the point of being special. I you ask me sleeping and say even special at all. Is youth deformed the forget at earth? The history of anxiety sleeping in halls is unskilled boxing techniques. Anxiety sleeping Asian halls in boxing techniques. If you ask me, experience sleeping has been around forever. It was most definitely standing boxing technique since the beginning of the sport. Watch any old video or footage of old school style boxer and you'll see constantly. 1. Sometimes they sleep outside of punch. Number 2. Other times they sleep inside of punch. The main point is that they use it both. But is modern days boxing. Nearly fighters the effort to sleeping outside the richer than inside. It seems almost noony of the dream are training to sleep inside. I do know I was. Why did sleeping inside go to of fashion? If you ask me, it is mostly to do reasons. The amateur boxing system do the microphone air. And while I'm not sure which is the bigger reason, and the bigger reason one and more effective in today's competition fighter and the reason number two had more effect on today's sectional boxer. Watch any amateur boxing footage of the past 20 years and you'll see what I mean. Lots of sleeping to the outside, a lot of heat and rooms. It flash, it's athletic, it keeping you safe. You safe, and as long it's very easy to see. When fighter to sleep outside, your eye can see it happening easily. You can literally see the fighter pulling his head to the opposite side of the punch goes across it. Sleeping outside is hard to see to the ultra edge. I just looking like somebody drawing their hair outside and into chiclini positions. It looks messy from the outside and you do not know exactly what's going on. It does look hard to score when fighter punch the inside. It's much easier to score, especially on the motor phone system. When they pull their heads and you from The client visibly punched from away, her away, then end.